Sure. Listen to this. This is pretty funny because Deb Fischer, who is a senator from Nebraska, she is on the list of Rush Limbaugh's, turncoat Republicans.
Is she up for re-election though? I don't even know.
No, she's not. And so it's not going to impact her, but it's, I think, indicative of just broadly speaking, a sense that there's such ambivalence in the Republican Party that another tape like that, like the one we saw the last week, if something like that drops.
Well, the Hill's reporting another woman's coming forward today, so we'll see if that's. And here's the other thing: before you play that tape, because we give you this extra analysis on the Majority Report. Am I right, Sam?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We take it to the next level. So here's the next level, which is Deb Fischer may not be up for re-election, but there is an electoral vote in Nebraska that's winnable. It's the kind of suburban district because Nebraska and Maine both give you two. They give you the two electoral votes for winning the state, and then each congressional district gives you one for there. And the district around, which is a swing area around Omaha and its suburbs, right now, as of right now, Obama is barely winning there and would win it theoretically, according to Nate Silver, if it happened today. So if you're Deb Fischer out there re-endorsing Trump and you've got the kind of suburban swing voters in Omaha who get pissed off at people supporting Trump, they could just get ticked at the whole party and make sure, even if they weren't going to turn out, say, you know what, I'm going to turn out just to vote against Donald Trump and vote for Obama for Hillary Clinton, and that could cost them an electoral vote. So.
Yes, but I think the real key to what Deb Fischer shows is that this is a dynamic that's playing out. So with someone like Deb Fischer, who's not up for re-election now, who's in a state that would be more inclined to be more pro-Trump, just broadly speaking, she rescinds her rescindment. For a guy like John McCain, it is still just like too hard to sort of calculate, right? Like he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Right.
Are there?
And that all it's McCain, it's Ayot. Yep. I would never know how to pronounce her damn name. It's Rob Portman here. They all rescinded. So they could all lose. There could be Trump voters in all three of these states. Toomey has just avoided it, so I don't know how that affects him. Maybe he pisses off everybody. And so, and Blunt has stuck with
Joe Heck.
Trump, and maybe, he loses suburban voters in Kansas City, and, so it's hard to tell. Yeah.
It's very difficult. But do we have that sound of Deb Fischer? Here's that sound of Senator Deb Fischer sort of backing up. And when she, you call into the radio station and you just sort of like finesse your position. Here it is.
Senator Fischer, we had breaking news here on Drive Time Lincoln last night. Governor Ricketts joined us, and he talked about the fact that he is still backing Donald Trump for President of the United States. In fact, he went as far as to say he is voting for Trump. Would you tell our listeners about your decision and where you're at with your decision?
Well, like most Nebraskans, I am fully committed to defeating Hillary Clinton. I support the Republican ticket, and I plan to vote for Mr. Trump and Mr. Pence on November 8th. I put out a statement on Friday, and it was with regard to Mr. Trump's comments. I felt they were disgusting. I felt they were unacceptable. And but I never said I was not voting for our Republican ticket. So I would just say to you to look at that statement. We all know there's a lot at stake, from the Supreme Court to our conservative positions that we take on a number of issues, whether it's immigration or taxes or our Second Amendment rights or with regards to regulations. And we need to make sure that we support the Republican ticket. And I've said that from the beginning here, and I continue to support the Republican ticket.
Senator,
I did say, Mr. Trump, it would be wise for him to step aside and allow Mike Pence to serve as our party's nominee. And he decided he was not stepping aside. I respect his decision, and I support the Republican ticket, and that's a Trump-Pence ticket.
And that's what I wanted to ask you about, because you did.
We don't need it. That's the profile and courage there. I love it is totally unacceptable, but if I have to, I can accept it.
Well, yeah, it reminds me of all those guys earlier who were like, he's a con man, and he's a danger to the country, and I don't want the nuclear codes in his hands, and whatever. Like, are you supporting him? Well, yeah, he's the Republican. I don't want Hillary Clinton to win, for Christ's sake. I mean, it was just, they're all hilarious, man.
Hilarious.
The party just needs to be flushed down the drain.
All right, well, Cliff.
Which it may be.
It very well may be. So, Cliff, next time. Hey, it's Sam Seder. Why don't you subscribe to this channel? You can do so right over here. Over. Subscribe.